Yo, what up? So today we're going to be reacting to the Try Guys auditioning for a Broadway musical. And to be completely honest with you guys, I had no idea who the Try Guys were up until we all know what happened. And to be honest with you, I didn't really even look that deep into the situation, but my girlfriend was actually listening to their podcast where they went into more detail about everything that went down. And in this podcast, they talked about they have this video coming out about them auditioning for Broadway.
You've got us auditioning for Broadway. It is a freaking incredible video.
So I thought it would be really, really cool to jump into this. It'd be really fun to hear their singing voices. But to be quite honest with you, I have no idea what any of their names are. Okay, maybe this will have some information for me. The hell's this?
Hi, I'm Keith.
Hey.
I'm Ned.
I'm Zach.
I'm Eugene.
And we're the Try Guys.
Keith, Zach, Eugene. I don't think I need to remember the other one.
The four of us have been hard at work building an independent production company together.
Oh! It's not going to be the last time he slaps them in the face either, is it?
Nope, no we're not. Put your shirt back on.
I haven't been wearing pants.
Oh my God, you guys, listen, we're mature.
Okay, that's enough of this video. Anyway, my name is Tristan. I'm going to be your vocal coach for today. Let's see what this video is about. Try Guys audition for a Broadway musical.
I'm one of the casting directors for Beetlejuice and excited to meet you and see what you bring to this.
I'm so excited to see that musical. I'm seeing that in a few months.
Beetlejuice, Broadway.
Today, the Try Guys are auditioning to be in a real, live Broadway musical. And in the end, one of us will be chosen to make our official Broadway debut as part of the cast for Beetlejuice, the musical.
What?
Hi, I'm two-time.
Can any of them actually sing though? Because that's huge. I mean, that's. I can't even tell you how nervous that would make me. Depending on the role that they get, dude.
One of us will
if they don't know how to sing and they get up there.
I'm seeing a little bit of panic behind the eyes.
There are no losers in theater.
Literally everybody in theater is a loser. Even if you're in theater, we all know it's true.
You know, I was a theater major,
Oh.
but not a musical theater major. There's a difference. I have no doubts about myself as a performer, but I'm a very bad auditioner. Being
But
cast
he's
in Beetlejuice
singing.
would be, I don't know, like
So he sang before.
a life moment.
I did plays and musicals in high school because I was unathletic and had nothing else to do and love attention. I know that you get the role.
But what does his voice
by
sound
not
like
caring. So today,
What?
I don't give a shit.
I don't know if that's how it works. But hey, let's wait and see. Maybe he has a great voice. Maybe he doesn't need to care.
Cue the sad music, please, right now. So, I'm in high school. You know, I'm like, hey, I should try out for the school play.
I have a feeling he's gonna be a good singer. I can just kind of hear it in his voice. This is my prediction.
But it's gonna be icing on the cake.
I'll explain why if he is a good singer.
I'm doing this for young Quasi. This is a redemption story.
Dance. No one cares about that.
I'm getting closer!
Oh my. Okay, here we go.
I'll be your guide. I'll be your GUIDE to the other side.
Okay, that was really cool. It's called rattle, technically. It's kind of like a growl. Anyway, you can identify it by how rolly it kind of is. He held that for quite a long time.
Hi.
It's just cool.
Hi.
Doing something like that, right?
I'm the B to the double EJFQ, and Jesus, I can't spell shit.
My name is
His
Chris
vocals are
Kugel,
amazing.
and I'm the music director and orchestrator of Beetlejuice, the musical. All the other musicians who play, I write the parts for them.
That's more than I thought a musical director did.
What? That's less than I thought a musical director did.
Okay. Hi. I'll be your guide. I'll be your GUIDE to the other side. Don't go to the netherworld. Did
I say
netherworld? Never.
They're singing this part?
J-L-E-O, Jesus.
They're gonna sing that part? Why would they pick this part for them to sing? What the Beetlejuice singer was doing was like, is super advanced, having that effect on your voice, moving through the whole entire thing in a free and easy way. It's so easy to like over sing this, if that makes sense, and like really push your voice in a way that is not gonna be good for it. It might be okay for one night or whatever, but also usually if something is being pushed, anyway, what the heck are these people gonna sound like?
We're singing as Beetlejuice himself.
Singing as the character
I'm
Beetlejuice.
scared.
Our current and original Beetlejuice, Alex Brightman, has a very distinct, unbelievably amazing take on it.
And such a bold departure from the original source material.
He's doing the voice the entire time, isn't he? He's got to have super fine control over the mechanism that creates this sound. Which, before we even jump into the Try Guys here, I gotta show you what it is. So warning for people who are squeamish about anatomy, I'm gonna be showing anatomy for educational purposes. So here's what rattle looks like on the inside. Rattle is the effect that Beetlejuice is using. It looks so nasty. But basically what's happening is there's like two little like rolly bits inside of your voice and they're rubbing next to each other to make this like you hear how like buzzy or like rolly that kind of is. You can compare it to like distortion, which is noisier in comparison. But anyway, there's more of that on my Patreon if you're interested. Check it out, link in the description. Singing technique tier. Let's move on.
I mean that in a technical sense. He has a weird ventricular fold.
Oh, please no! Oh my God, please!
Is that
that
really?
allows him to make that sound without any damage.
I'm like a ghost zombie, Jesus!
We don't have a special fold in our throat.
Yep.
That's interesting because I don't hear that as a ventricular fold. I don't hear that as a ventricular fold at all. Because the effect that I'm hearing on Alex Brightman's voice is actually that of what I mentioned earlier, rattle. Whereas the ventricular folds are used in distortion. It's possible that the Beetlejuice character uses a combination of rattle and distortion to create the sound. So maybe that's it. But I kind of don't like this idea, to be completely honest with you, that you have to have a special voice in order to make these types of sounds. Certainly there are some people who maybe have an easier time at it than others. But I actually think, in my experience, everyone can make the Beetlejuice sound in a healthy way as long as they practice it enough. But anyway, who am I to disagree with the music director? I am but a lowly YouTube vocal coach, okay? Oh, but actually we do have footage I just came across of Alex Brightman's voice making the Beetlejuice voice. So we can actually see straight up, is it rattle or is it distortion? I got all the good stuff over here, you guys. There was a clean tone, right? Notice how the vocal cords are super easily visible.
You want to go character first? Okay, fine.
Here you can see there's much more vibration, right? Above. Much more shaking. That's a very clear rattle. Sorry, but it is.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, in slow motion. So in rattle, these little cartilages, I'm nerding out too much. These cartilages in the back are what kind of come together and create the rolling sound. There's the vocal folds on the inside. And you can see that these two are coming together. I don't know why it's calling ventricular fold phonation. Although the ventricular folds look like they're also coming together as well. So anyway, it's a little bit of a semantic thing here. Anyway, that's all an aside.
He has a weird ventricular fold.
Oh, please no! Oh my God, please!
That allows him to make that sound without...
That one was distortion. Anyway, I'm done.
If we don't have a special fold in our throat,
Yep.
how does one sing in a way that doesn't strain their voice?
It's really about making sure you are in control of it and worry less about the kind of voice we're going to put on it.
Can we make it sexy?
That's a really good advice for, they shouldn't be worried about all that.
The good news is you and your spouse died in your own house. That gives you clout. That means the two of you should stick around. Lucky for you, I dropped by. Yeah, you seem like nice guys. A little pot of pottery barn and dry white wine side.
Dry white wine side.
I can't breathe.
It's faster. It's much faster. I want to make sure the words are clear, that the consonants and the diction can reach to the back of a 1,500-seat theater.
That's actually kind of... Well, what does he mean reach to the back? They're mic'd, I'm pretty sure, so... There's a fucking fly. Holy shit. But I think that's smart, actually, to have them just focus on the diction and maybe not how it sounds.
Stick with me. I'm like a ghost
Just getting the pitch. Generally, getting the words. I mean,
you know, we talked about you having your own take on it, but I would hate to see that your take turned it into a different song.
To give you control of your soul. Right?
Oh.
Now you're showing off, dude.
It wasn't bad.
I'm telling you how to sing it right.
Any tips, any words to bring with?
But a little bit kind of surprised that sounded kind of okay.
You have it.
Like, it's workable.
Just let it be there. Don't get scared. Breathe. Be funny.
Well, I guess we saw clips of him singing earlier, right?
Be funny.
That's it? All right, I'm going to see the auditions then. I'm just going to go off of the vocals, okay? We'll make a decision of who we like the most. Oh. Hey. Hey.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Where's the singing? Oh, here we go.
Ready? Okay. Hi, I'll be your guide. I'll be your GUIDE to the other side.
That's not bad, actually.
World? Did I say Netherworld?
It's so smart of the music director to not really have them sing this and kind of just like speak talk it. He could pull this off. He sound as deranged as possible, and I think it's gonna work out.
Never mind, I'm B to the double E-J-L-E. Oh, Jesus, I can't spell.
I understand it's a lot to process, but the good news is you spouse died in your house. That gives you clout. That means the two of you.
I take back what I said earlier, by the way. He's gonna be a good singer. God damn it.
You should stick around. Looking for you, I drop by. You should be a nice guy. A little on the pottery barn and dry one side. As for me, I'm being scared.
He is doing a rattle. Do you hear that? Wow. He's actually the best one so far. Just like straight up right away. He wasn't even given the correct instructions and he still found it. Oh my God, I'm being snarky today.
As for me, I'm being scared.
You know what, actually? He's a little bit closer to a growl, which is like a rattle, but it's produced slightly differently and the tone is a little bit more round and dark. You know what? I might as well show you the difference. A rattle is more like, eh. You hear how kind of like open it kind of sounds and kind of bright. A growl would be more like, it's a little bit more lowish. But they're pretty close. I'm impressed that he found it at all.
For millennia, I'm the bioexorcist, giving houses enemas. Flush out all the breathers, you can breathe ease. Just stick with me, I'm like the ghost zombie Jesus. It's the perfect day to die.
He's hitting most of the notes.
To give you control of your soul to the whole being dead thing.
No. The last two don't seem to be able to hit the pitches. It's fine though. Okay, to give me some credit, I think this dude would actually sound way better if he wasn't doing this like overly darkened, overly lowered larynx type of a sound.
All right.
Well done.
Great, Keith. Really nice.
All right.
The whole being dead thing.
I mean, oh God.
Big finish.
The fact that you aren't a, capital P performer, you don't do it all the time.
What the hell?
Are doing incredibly well.
Ah, thank you.
That time it was full of words.
He's lying straight to his face, isn't he?
I got a great note of making sure that in the lyrics for the song, I'm explaining to them what's happening.
When the singing starts, worry less about the singing and more about giving the information to those two people.
You try to be like, it's just...
He gives really, really great tips to get someone in on the stage and doing what they got to do and what they got to say. Because sometimes when someone is in this position, you don't want them thinking too much because it can make things a little bit more stiff, I guess.
I have so much more respect. The respect was already there for anyone who has to go through this experience, but so much more respect.
His voice sounds a little bit fried. That's how it goes sometimes, I guess. All right, my vote is for Keith. Let's see who wins. To be continued. All right, I think that Keith should win. I thought that... Wait, where's Eugene? Whatever. I thought that Zach had... He acted through his performance very, very well.
And they used this photo of me, which is the worst photo of me in the hits. Look at me.
Keith, he hit the notes, and I think the guidance he was getting from the musical director to stop thinking about the singing so much and kind of just like let loose, I think that would definitely help him and give him the extra edge once the performance comes in. It's a lot easier to teach someone to do that than it is to teach someone to hit the pitches and to sing. If that makes sense. The third dude, I don't even know his name, but we're not even going to talk about that one. Nah, his was okay. I mean, the character voice was just a bit too far away from his like comfortable way of using his voice, and it kind of just like it takes away a lot, and that's what he's been practicing. So at this point, it's a little bit too late. All right, I really can't help myself, so I'm going into a little bit more detail now about Alex Brightman's rattle technique. Okay, so it is a different day, but I want to quickly clarify that he is in fact doing a rattle. There's so much terminology when it comes to singing. I understand why it can be confusing, but that is what he's doing. Because he's basically just going. Actually, I had rattle on the whole time, but that's what he's doing, right? That's the sound effect that he makes, which causes the arytenoid cartilages, which are little bumps in the back here, these things right here, to shake. And you'll see them shaking. He's going, basically. See if I can find him singing.
Right.
Drink?
No.
Beverage?
No.
Wine?
No.
Juice?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Yes.
Right? That's basically the
Word?
voice.
Okay.
Bug?
No.
Ant?
Sometimes he uses distortion, which is just like, ha! Like sort of like a more of a noisy type of a sound, less rolly.
But no.
Beetle?
Yes.
Beetlejuice?
And that is ventricular fold phonation. I'm getting a little bit too nerdy. But ventricular fold phonation is involved in this distortion sound, not necessarily in the rolly sound.
Wow, I'm impressed. And all you gotta do is say my name 3 times. 3 times in a row. It must be spoken unbroken.
Spoken unbroken. He does something like that.
Beetlejuice?
Yes! Oh God, this is gonna be so good!
He keeps the rattle on the whole time there, huh? I had to kind of dust off my old rattle to get this to kind of work, but that's what he's doing. And obviously he's better at it than me. And I also want to make it kind of clear, there's a lot of misconceptions about the voice, but let me just say this. If this is not like a unique anatomical thing to him, although maybe he might have some things that help him out, but I've never met a person that can't do it. It takes a little bit of training. By a little bit, I mean a lot. But anyone can do it.
Because the thing is, once you get used to doing it, you can kind of do it even as you talk, which is kind of what he's doing.
And if you want to learn more about it, very, very coincidentally, I am doing a series on my Patreon singing technique tier where I'm going to go into way more detail about these types of things. Stuff that is not really possible to do over here because it takes a lot of like prerequisite knowledge to be able to get these sounds to work. Although I will give you guys some tips here and there on YouTube. All right, back to the video. Well, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed my video. I think it was actually very cool. I did not think that Alex Brightman like had his vocal cords scoped and also like put it up online. That's so cool. I wish more singers would do that kind of stuff because there are so many things in terms of like voice science and like understanding vocal technique that we would know if more singers just volunteered their medical information to us. Could you imagine just seeing the inside of Harry Styles' throat? It'd be great. Okay, anyway, you guys, it's getting late for me, but I'll see you in the next video. Be sure you subscribe to the channel if you like it. If you want more in-depth vocal technique information, well, you got to check out my Patreon, the singing technique tier. I like to nerd out over there, and I'm going to be posting more stuff over there very, very shortly. But yeah, until next time, Tristan. And Tristan. Peace.